Over the last 2 months, I've fired 5 employees, but now we output 3 times as much. We have 6 YouTube channels. We only used to have 2. We produce 10 to 15 videos every single week and dozens of clips. We now post 6 long form articles across our X accounts. We only used to do 1 a week. Last year, I only had 1 product. Right now, we have 3 in development. And in terms of sales, we only used to outreach to 10 contacts a day. Now we outreach to over 100. And our average daily calls booked has gone from 0.3 to 4 calls a day. And here's what doesn't add up if you look at it on face value. We have 5 less employees now than we did a couple of months ago, and 7 less than we had last year, yet we're outputting just so much more. And in fact, I believe over the coming months, we could continue to reduce the overall count and potentially output even more because of the systems that I'm implementing. Most founders scale by hiring more people, but this year I decided to take an AI first approach. With how good the models are these days, I knew that a lot of our work could be replaced or augmented by AI. So I went AI crazy. I hired 2 dedicated AI developers, and I've gone all in to automating every process of my business. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the 5 AI processes that are now led by AI that used to be led by humans. I'll show you exactly how, role by role, and hopefully this gives you some great ideas about how you can use AI in your own daily life or in your business. All right, firstly, let's talk about what replacing people with AI actually means, because we all know if you just fire someone and ask ChatGPT to do their work, that probably isn't going to pan out. What I did is I made a strategic decision to balance the books in a different way. So I actually let go of 7 people in total, and instead I hired 2 great AI developers who are building AI systems. So instead of having more people on the day-to-day operations doing tasks, I said, it's better to put this capital into developers that can actually continue to expand the AI processes of the business, which can generate compounding results in the future. So going away from a linear environment of just hiring more people to get results and into a compounding environment of hiring developers to manage the AIs to get the results to create more outcomes. So in the end, I'm not only left with a reduced payroll, saving money every month, I'm also left with greater outputs. We've been able to 3x our outputs. I'll show you how we've done it today, but I honestly think at this trajectory in the future, we could 10, 20, or 30x our outputs given our current growth trajectory. If we've been able to do this in a couple of months with the current AI models, imagine what we'll be able to do by the end of the year or next year once we really get the new amazing models that we know are coming. So now let's walk through all of the roles that I no longer pay a human to do, and hopefully this can give you some amazing ideas. All right, the first role is a personal assistant. So I had someone in the role of assistant who was organizing my Notion. They were going through my tasks. They were helping me manage my calendar, manage my meetings. And the role in the end with this person didn't end up working out because I realized that AI can do a lot of this now, and it can actually do a faster job at synthesizing information. AI is just so good at taking a lot of data and organizing it. It's frankly quicker than anyone could do it, and it's quicker than you can do it. So what I ended up building is this personal operating system where I have all of my daily tasks, which I check, and it's gamified, so it actually feels like fun. It's rewarding to complete tasks. I've got my finance pulse. This data isn't real, but it's for demo purposes. It basically tracks my net worth over time, so I have some oversight over it. It has all of the key tasks that I have to make throughout the day. It tracks my calendar. And I think the coolest part about this, by the way, I did a full build video on this if you do want to watch it, is that I can actually, from my phone, send a voice message to a Telegram chat if I have a task, and it automatically logs it into my CRM and categorizes it by priority. So this is a very similar mechanism than when you have a PA. You'll basically send them a message of something you need, and they'll basically have to determine how important it is. But with this, it's instant. It instantly gets logged into the CRM. It instantly gets prioritized, and it's just so much more efficient than having a human involved in the process. Now, obviously, you might still want a personal assistant or an executive assistant for other tasks, and I do still have people assisting with me, but not in this specific capacity now, where I think AI could do a much better job. So if you want to check out my full AI brain operating system, I'll leave a link below to that video because I did a full build on it, and it's been absolutely amazing. All right, the second role that I replaced was my head clipper. So we used to have a lot of people in the company clipping videos, but what I've decided to do is actually reduce the amount of editors on my team and use some of the AI clipping tools now to distribute more of our content. So in front of you, you can see the architecture that we use. When I produce a new video, I use Opus Clip. You can also use Higgsfield now, it's very good, to generate clips which auto caption, reframe into vertical format, and take the best parts of the hook or the intro, and it puts it at the start of the video. It ranks it based on a potential viral score based on what's working in the market. It then copyrights the video, schedules it, and distributes across all of our major platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X. Then it tracks results, and the cool thing is it has an automated feedback loop. So next time it clips a video, it looks at what worked, and it will be more selective with the types of videos it clips and also the types of hooks that it uses based on what worked for other videos. So this basically becomes a self-improving process, which allows you to pretty much infinitely scale the distribution of your clips. And we know that clips are so important nowadays in terms of getting your message out to more people and being able to grow faster on social media. And right now we're growing the fastest that I've ever grown. I think on Instagram, we went from 30 to 60K in just a few weeks. Our communities went from a couple of thousand to I think 30 to 40,000 in our IG community and our newsletters. A lot of this is being helped by the fact that we just have more distribution now, and you don't need to hire more editors to get distribution anymore. Oh, and a quick thing, I'm going to be putting all 5 systems that I'm showing you in today's video available for free in the description below, so you can have them. All you need to do is sign up for the free AI Edge newsletter, and then you can join our Instagram community. In the pinned link in that community, you'll be able to find the assets from today's video. I'm going to be giving you all 5 of the workflows. So if you want to use them for yourself, you can actually just put them into your AI system and you can start developing these yourself. You can literally just put it into Claude and it will tell you what to do based on the document that I'm going to give you. All right, role number 3. This was one of the biggest changes we made. I actually had someone on my business development team who was working on research, outreach, and content. We decided to let him go. And instead, I've been putting more resources into BD automation. Now, obviously, for sensitivity reasons, I can't share the exact CRM and system that we used, but I will give you a little bit of a preview of one of the pages. Essentially, what we do now is we scrape across all platforms for partners and potential clients that we would like. Then we have an automated outreach system. So once we find a client that we would like, we can automatically draft a message, outreach, follow up. That is automatically synced to a CRM, which logs all of your potential candidates. Then it moves along the pipeline. And every single day, we're outreaching to over 100 people on most days. And even if we only get a 5% response rate, that's 5 calls that we're booking per day. Even at a 20% close rate, that's 1 landed deal per day. That's 30 deals per month. That could potentially be a lot of money because some of these clients could be 6-figure clients. In some cases, they could end up being 7-figure clients. So this is for my AI agency business. So AI BD automation has been such an amazing investment, and we continue to put a lot more time into it because it's yielding amazing results. And previously, it just wasn't possible with human capital. And this is pretty much every single business, right? Trying to procure new clients, whether it be retail focused or business focused, systems like this are really going to help. So even if you're running like a solo agency, I think building BD systems, we usually use Claude to build these systems, can be absolutely amazing. You still need to link them to traditional databases to get the best results. So like Salesforce, like HubSpot, even Notion if you want something more lightweight. The AI just takes care of the scraping, the follow-ups, the messaging, the data enrichment, all of the stuff that actually takes a lot of time to do manually. Now on to the next role. I hope the people that I'm mentioning in this video aren't too annoyed that I'm using them as examples today, but I'm always really upfront with people when we have these discussions, where the business is headed, and people in my company are also aware that they need to embrace AI. And that's one of the things that I really recommend if you're an employee or you're looking to get into the job market, that you actually come to a company with AI skills. So your pitch is not like, oh, I'm coming to you as this employee. Your pitch is like, I'm coming to you as an employee, but with 10 agents, like an army of agents and skills to be able to take your business forward. So a lot of the people that stay at the company and thrive at my company are the ones that actually embrace AI and use these systems. And the ones that unfortunately don't are the ones that are maybe a little bit more behind on those systems. But role number 4 that we replaced, and this has been like a big unlock on the content side of things, was our content writer and planner. They would basically go through content ideas and write and execute ideas. Now we actually built an ideation engine so we can look at a channel on YouTube. We can then start a research system which looks for direct ideas from that channel, indirect ideas, and adjacent ideas within a niche that we want. And then it basically generates a bunch of video ideas, or on X, we also have the same system, X ideas, based on content that's currently trending. So the full system enables us every single day to have oversight as to the topics that are trending. So whenever I'm covering stuff, it's already stuff that we know is going to go viral. We have a couple of tools that we use to do this, but one of them is our in-house ideation engine. So we don't need someone to ideate anymore. Obviously, you still need human input and creativity. That's really important to get great ideas. You can't fully outsource great ideas, but that research system is just less important now because you have AI to do it. It's more the taste now of like being able to spot an idea or a list of ideas from AI and be like, yeah, that's the one we need to execute. And then the execution part can also be really assisted by AI. Like my workflow now for scripting videos, even like planning this video, is I'll give it my ideas on how I want the video to be structured. I'll get it to do the grunt work of fleshing it out and writing it. And then I'll give it my feedback and critiques. And then we go back and forth. And in an hour, I can produce a video like this, which, you know, in the past would have taken hours to prepare, or you'd need like a dedicated role just to prepare a video like this. So it helps so much across all fronts. So we've actually scaled down our team in this department, and instead, as I mentioned before, decided to prioritize our developer resources instead. All right, now we're on to the last role that I replaced. This was actually an accounting lead. So we used to have an accountant that would do all of our finances and all of my finances on a weekly basis. We've actually been phasing out that kind of work in favor of an autonomous daily AI system. And instead, we're just relying more on monthly and quarterly audits, which is a lot less expensive than having like a dedicated person on it full time. And I'll show you one thing that I've built. This is for my personal portfolio, but obviously for the business, we have a more comprehensive version. And this is the portfolio command center. So it has my portfolio. It has the breakdown of my positions, the allocation, as you can see on the pie chart. This obviously isn't real data because obviously I'm protecting my real position sizes, but you could see like, you know, crypto, equities, commodities. It also has a financial advisor, fiduciary advisor section where it gives you suggestions. So in the morning, if there's a big announcement that's macro related, it might suggest a slight tweak to the portfolio, or might let you know how that event is likely going to affect your portfolio. So this is pretty cool because every single day I can come on here, I can do a market scan, and I can see how the headlines are actually affecting my portfolio and what I need to be aware of also in the future. So instead of having a dedicated finance role, a lot of finance can now be autonomized throughout the business, whether it be personal finance. By the way, I have a dedicated video for this. I'll put it in the description as well if you want to check it out, or whether it be business finance, where you can have a lot of the accounting and reporting done on dashboards. So what we created, which obviously I'm keeping to myself, but I'll explain it, is we have dashboards that track all of our revenue projections. So I can go onto the dashboard and see, all right, in a month, based on our current products, based on our current pipeline of leads, we're likely going to make X amount. And that helps me ahead of time make decisions on how to allocate capital. So I just have more awareness of this stuff. And it's actually better because AI is an instant feedback loop. The problem with like accounting and stuff is it's always retroactive, and you're always waiting for an accountant or waiting for a finance person to do a retroactive review, which can take a week or 2 weeks. And in a 2-week period, that could be the difference between you pivoting to an idea or a system that is even better, that can land you a result even quicker. Like 2 weeks, especially in a space like this that's so competitive, that's a long time. So it's really important to have an instant feedback loop, and obviously AI now enables you to do that. Clearly you need good data systems behind all this stuff. Clearly you need organized data as well to be able to front end something like that. But it's made a massive impact on the business, and we don't have as much of a need now for accountants or finance people within the business. But obviously you still want people with taste. You still want people, you know, especially if you were like an investment fund or something, you still want smart people that understand what they're looking for, that know how to train the AI, because at the end of the day, the AI is only as good as the context that you give it. So I don't think the world is moving towards like a fully automated AI world. I definitely think humans will be involved, but I think the skill set that's required in the workforce is changing. You need to be really AI forward, and that's what I try and help you guys do on this channel, give you tips and tricks and guides to help you become more AI native. And you also need to develop your sense of taste, your speed of learning, and, you know, learn how to use the AI to enhance your own work instead of, you know, sitting back and being afraid that AI is going to take a job, because the people that are doing that are ironically creating like a self-fulfilling prophecy here. But the ones that embrace this stuff, like we are in our business, are actually getting huge gains from it. You know, in my example, tripling our output, likely to do a lot more in the future. So maybe in the future for business owners, it's less about having a bigger team, more about having a concentrated team that really understand AI, and instead architecting the best systems possible to get the maximum productivity out of yourself and out of your business. If you want the 5 workflows that I discussed today, you can get them for free in the description below by signing up to the newsletter and joining our Instagram community. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.